Last time on RORSRPS Custom Chaos. Mount Pleasant, Michigan watched in awe as Bad Company took his second racing win, and Avenger took his first freestyle win. Tonight, the MS Metroplex gets to watch as the Titans of the Custom Chaos Tour give one of their last efforts to qualify for the World Finals. This is RORSRPS Custom Chaos, and this is Monster Jam! Hello everybody and welcome back to RORSRPS Custom Chaos. My name is Preston Vieira and tonight we're visiting Mauston, Wisconsin at the Mark Schrader Metroplex with another unique racing layout. Tonight we're debuting the Cloverleaf design, sure to cause a bit of mayhem through those sweeping turns. But we've waited long enough, let's check out our racing bracket for tonight, then we'll jump right into some racing action. Kicking us off for racing tonight, we're going to see our substitute tonight, KRAKEN, take on Soldier Fortune. Overkill Evolution is going to get his rematch against Mountain Dew Kickstart after rolling it in Gruthersburg. Max D is going to have his rematch against Pirate's Curse, and one last rematch, Rageaholic versus Blue Thunder. They faced off last show in Mount Pleasant. Then in round 2, waiting for opponents, we have our top spot in the racing bracket tonight, Avenger, Dysfunctional, Bad Company, and Megalodon Fire, all waiting for opponents to come out of round 1. We need our winners, the best of the best, to advance to the finals tonight. And we even have Team Scream versus Team Scream potentials here tonight with Rageaholic in round 1 and Megalodon and Avenger in round 2. They could face off later on tonight. We'll see how it goes though as we kick things off here. We got KRAKEN coming out on your right and Soldier Fortune on your left. KRAKEN bumping the wall a little bit there, excited for his first show of the season. He is subbing for Jailbird after she had a pretty rough show last show in Mount Pleasant, going over in round 1 of racing, literally maybe 5 yards off the starting line, and going over way too early in freestyle, getting a 0. But back to this show, we got KRAKEN on your right, getting staged, Soldier Fortune staged and ready to go. We're just waiting for green here in Mauston to kick off racing. And we are green, kicking off round 1, heading to that center ramp for the first time, that center pad there, and heading into the first of these Cloverleaf turns. It's going to be interesting to see how these trucks and drivers can handle it. KRAKEN not doing too well of that, clipping that car on the exit of that first turn. Soldier Fortune looking good so far, definitely has a lead on KRAKEN as KRAKEN clips the car again, heading out of that second turn. Really needs to get it together in this semifinal turn if he wants any chance of coming back and advancing to round 2 here. Soldier Fortune still looking good so far. Heading into this final turn now, Soldier Fortune holding it together. KRAKEN doing better, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Soldier Fortune advances. She is our first advancement to round 2 here in Mauston, Wisconsin tonight. And she is revving that engine up. 2 shows in a row advancing out of round 1. Third show this season. Overkill Evolution coming out next on your right, taking on Mountain Dew Kickstart. I said earlier this is a rematch from that Gruthersburg event. Overkill Evolution just had a rough turn in the first lap and ended up rolling the truck, unable to continue his lap. Looking to not do that here tonight as he launches off the line. Both trucks heading over that center ramp, dead even across the line for the first time. Both trucks out a little bit wide into that first turn as well, starting things off here. Heading up and over that center pad once again. Oh, Overkill Evolution clipping the car on the entrance there. This could be a close race here. They're keeping it nice and tight so far, and it's dead even over the line heading into the semifinal turn as well. Mountain Dew Kickstart losing that rear end just a bit, getting up on that car after cutting in a little early there. Thanks to that rear end kicking out just a bit too much. Mountain Dew Kickstart out wide there. Overkill Evolution has the lead. Mountain Dew kickstart up on 2 wheels over the line, but it is Overkill Evolution advancing to round 2 here in Mauston. Nicely done from Overkill Evolution, holding it together just long enough for Mountain Dew kickstart to slip. Next out on the track, though, we have Max D coming out on your right versus Pirate's Curse on your left. Again, this is a rematch. They've had a couple shows this season where they faced off. Pirate's Curse has always come out on top, though, in the matchup. We'll see how Max D does tonight as they launch off the line. We are green for the 3rd race of round 1. Up and over that center pad. Both trucks looking solid. Oh, Pirate's Curse having to adjust in that turn. Max D might have a lead. He does have a lead over that center pad for the second time heading into this second turn. Max D holding on, widening that gap just a bit. Pirate's Curse really needs to come back. Max D out a little wide, though. This could be Pirate's Curse's chance as he loses the rear end just a bit. Up and over that car, Max D holds that lead, gains a lead even more. But he is all over the place in this final turn. Pirate's Curse could be coming back here. Max D just too far ahead. It is Max D advancing to round 2, grabbing that 3rd spot in the round 2 bracket. Nicely done from Max D, finally knocking out Pirate's Curse. Next out on the track, though, we have Rageaholic coming out on your right versus Blue Thunder. Another rematch as they faced off in Mount Pleasant. Rageaholic pulling up to the line, getting staged, ready to go. Blue Thunder staged and ready to go. We're just waiting for green here in your final race of round 1. And they are off and heading to that center pad for the first time. Up and over, Blue Thunder getting a nice downside. Trying to get that first turn right, doesn't quite get it. Picked up that left rear. Rageaholic drifting around that corner effortlessly. We'll see how he does the rest of the race here. Blue Thunder trying to get it back. Getting a nice turn in right here. Rageaholic just holds that lead. Blue Thunder is coming back, though. So we're into this semifinal turn. It's all about these last 2 for this race. Rageaholic still in the lead. It is close, though. Blue Thunder catching up. Who is going to take it? This is a close race here. In your final race of round 1, it is close. Blue Thunder out just a bit too wide. It is Rageaholic taking the lead, taking the win here in the final race of round 1. Nicely done from Rageaholic tonight. If you guys are enjoying the show, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We got new shows just like this one every Saturday. You can also find us on Instagram at RORSRPS for all kinds of extra content. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video to find out more information about our World Finals coming up as well. But let's look at this round 2. Avenger is going to be taking on Soldier Fortune. Dysfunctional versus Overkill Evolution. Bad Company versus Max D. And Team Scream versus Team Scream. Megalodon Fire versus Rageaholic. Heading right into round 2, we got Avenger on your right with that World Finals 12 body. Absolutely rocking in. Soldier Fortune on your left. Both trucks getting staged here. Soldier Fortune ready. Avenger ready. We are kicking off round 2. Heading over to the center pad for the first time. Avenger airing that truck out, but getting a better lead into the turn than Soldier Fortune did, it looked like. Keeping it nice and tight as well. Soldier Fortune just a bit behind, but if she can just keep up, she has a chance of overpowering Avenger in one of these turns. But she needs to hold on here. Avenger widening that gap just a little bit. Soldier Fortune a bit wobbly as we enter into these cloverleaf turns. Avenger super tight around that turn. Again, widening that gap. And Soldier Fortune looking like she could have a solid turn here, but I think she might be too far behind. She is. It is going to be Avenger advancing to the semifinals. His first race of the night was successful, knocking out our queen of round 1, who keeps leaving round 1 recently. Dysfunctional coming out next on your right. Overkill Evolution on your left. And we are Indy versus Indy here in Mauston. Both trucks staged and ready to go, and we are waiting for green here. And they are off, heading over to that center pad for the first time. Dysfunctional is actually a pretty solid racer. Has made it to the final round a couple times this season. We're just waiting for a win at this point. If he can hold it together against Overkill Evolution. Overkill has a lead, though. If Overkill makes a mistake, Dysfunctional can come back, but the way Overkill performed in round 1, I don't know if that's going to happen. But heading into this turn, oh, Overkill does slip up. This is Dysfunctional's chance, a super rough turn from Overkill Evolution. Dysfunctional has a lead as we head into this final turn. It all comes down to this. Overkill Evolution, nice drift. Dysfunctional holding solid, but he is out a bit wide. It's close here, and it is Overkill Evolution advancing to semifinals, nearly missing his shot. What a race from these two independents. Overkill Evolution takes the win though. Bad Company coming out next on your right, taking on Max D. I am interested to see how Bad Company will do on his first pass around the track, but Max D did have a solid race in round 1. We'll see how it goes here as we go green, and they are heading over to that center pad for the first time. Max D getting a beautiful downside, up on 2 wheels for a second though. Holding strong. Bad Company did enter that turn a bit wide. Max D holding the lead, heading into this second turn here, clipping that car a bit all over the place. Bad Company holding tight around these turns. But even though Max D's all over the place, he does seem to be working for him. We'll see how he does the rest of this race here as he's out wider than Bad Company, but Bad Company clipping that car. Ooh, super close. Literally dead even over the line. Heading into this final turn, it all comes down to this one. Bad Company coming in just a bit sideways. It is Max D advancing to the semifinals, knocking out Bad Company. Not tonight. No third win in racing for Bad Company tonight. Rageaholic coming out next on your left, taking on Megalodon Fire. Teammates heading to the line to face off and see who can advance to the semifinals. Both trucks on the line, staged and ready to go. And we are kicking off your last race of round 2. And we're green, heading to that center pad. Rageaholic a slight lead already, heading into this first turn. Rageaholic been doing solid so far in round 1. Great drifts around these corners. Megalodon Fire exiting turn 1 all over the place and having a rough time in turn 2 as well. And he's up on 2 wheels, setting it down. But that might put him out for the rest of the race and the rest of the racing competition. Rageaholic, absolutely beautiful drift around that turn. And entering this final turn here for Rageaholic, Megalodon Fire is way behind. And Rageaholic is gonna do it. A big gap on the teammate tonight sets Rageaholic into that last spot in the semifinals. Let's take a look at that semifinal bracket and see our matchups here in Mauston. Kicking off the semifinals, we got Avenger taking on Overkill Evolution. Then we got Max D versus Rageaholic down at the bottom. Could we have Team Scream versus Team Scream again? I don't know. We'll see here. We only got one failed truck on the track as well, and that is Max D. But Avenger's coming out on your right this round, and Overkill Evolution on your left. Both trucks pulling up and getting staged. We're ready to go here, and we are going green in the semifinals, heading to that center pad for the first time. Both trucks looking good. Oh! Up on 2 wheels for Overkill Evolution. A big bobble from Overkill. Avenger has the lead. If he can just hold it together. Oh, Overkill Evolution. I was going to say maybe he could come back if Avenger slips up, but clipping that car, losing more momentum. It's looking like it could be Avenger here. Avenger already into that semifinal turn. Avenger looking good here. Heading to that center pad already. Overkill Evolution still behind. Just now exiting that semi-final turn, yeah. Avenger is gonna do it. Advancing to the finals. Knocking out Overkill Evolution. Unfortunate break for Overkill, but he's going sideways. He's going freestyling already. If he can't win racing, he'll take a freestyle win. Let's check out our next race here. Max D coming out on your right. Rageaholic on your left. And this is going to be an interesting race here. Both of these trucks have been pretty solid. Max D, I guess you could say, has been the sloppier of the two, but both are staged and ready to go. And we are going green in your final race of the semifinals. Heading down the track, up and over that center pad. Both trucks looking good on the downside and having a beautiful entrance into this first turn. Both trucks looking solid. It is close here. Rageaholic does have a slight lead though, heading into the second turn. Rageaholic absolutely on fire with these drifts, but a rough turn there, rough exit from Rageaholic. Max D could have a lead here into the semifinal turn. We'll see as they come to the line. Rageaholic does seem to be coming back. He holds a lead, actually, up and over the line, even though he made a mistake there. We are heading in through this final turn here, and it is Rageaholic knocking out Max D. The truck that actually made a mistake was able to take a win, and he is celebrating that win for sure. After a mistake like that and still being able to take the win, you deserve to celebrate. Let's check out this bracket here. Avenger is taking on Rageaholic in your final round. Team Scream versus Team Scream. Avenger has taken a racing win before, 2 racing wins, and Rageaholic has taken a racing win before. So if you're leaning one way or the other, I'm personally leaning towards Avenger, but I mean, it could go either way. Team Scream versus Team Scream. These trucks are taking a lap and getting these fans hyped up for tonight's final round here in Mauston, Wisconsin at the MS Metroplex. Rageaholic heading over to that center pad and revving the engine up for these fans. Avenger, I thought he was going to the center pad, but it looks like he's throwing in some donuts for these fans before the run starts. Getting these fans excited and ready. You know these Team Scream drivers are excited and ready to take each other on. It's always fun to see which of the teammate could take a win. Both trucks pulling up to the line now. Both trucks staged and ready to go. We are about to go green here in your final round of racing, and we are off. Both trucks heading down the track, up and over that center pad for the first time, and looking pretty identical up and over that pad. Avenger clipping the car though, sending him crooked. A wild turn from Avenger. Rageaholic has a lead. Will Rageaholic slip up, and can Avenger come back? We will see in just a second here. Rageaholic, a great turn once again. Avenger still behind as we head to the center pad. Rageaholic killing these turns, absolutely nailing it. Avenger clipping the car and getting up on 2 wheels for a second on the exit. It's looking like it's gonna be Rageaholic taking your racing win here in Wisconsin, up and over the line. Rageaholic is your racing winner in Mauston, Wisconsin. Celebrating with some super slow donuts here and picking up the pace just a bit at the end here. A great night of racing from Rageaholic, coming from round 1 up and over the buses. Look at that. Going freestyling a bit early here. Rageaholic coming from round 1, absolutely nailing these turns every single time. Definitely a top pick if you chose him tonight. Just absolutely knew how to handle these turns. And speaking of turns, here's some more donuts for you. And he is going to park it, and that is going to do it. Rageaholic, an amazing night of racing. Let's take a look at the points awarded tonight. Rageaholic, your racing champion here, taking 15 points for the win. Avenger, your runner-up with 10. Max D and Overkill Evolution both taking 6, going out in the semifinals. Megalodon, Bad Company, Dysfunctional, and Soldier Fortune all going out in round 2, taking 2 points, while Blue Thunder, Pirate's Curse, Mountain Dew Kickstart, and KRAKEN are all on the chopping block tonight, going out in round 1, taking 0 points. Oh, and we have a new tour leader here. Avenger grabs the tour lead with 130 points. Bad Company with 126. Max D with 109 points. And Rageaholic with 105. Dysfunctional not too far behind though with 96. Megalodon Fire with 87. Overkill Evolution with 71. And Soldier Fortune with 66. A close fight there between Overkill and Soldier Fortune. Pirate's Curse though with 40. Mountain Dew Kickstart with 36, Blue Thunder with 33, and KRAKEN with 0 points so far tonight, but he's a sub So don't worry about that. But if you enjoyed tonight's show, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We got new shows just like this one every Saturday. You don't want to miss the rest of the season. This is the start of round 9, and there is only 10 rounds before the World Finals. We are getting close here. You can also find me on Instagram at RORSRPS for all kinds of extra content, including early access to the week's racing bracket, pit party pictures, and more. And speaking of the World Finals, that is going to be on November 17th through the 19th. And we got Mr. Full Boogie Tilt himself, Tyler Reyes, coming to help me host. It is going to be a 3-day event. We got qualifying, racing, two-wheel skills, and freestyle. And our 3 champions of the main events will get automatic bids into season 2. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned. We got freestyle coming up in just a minute. You do not want to miss it. I will see you guys over there.